The quickest way to load a bunch of humans onto a metal tube with wings? It's not as simple as swinging the doors wide open like herding cattle into a chute. We're primates, sure, but supposedly intelligent ones. This presents a puzzle that we should be able to solve without losing our minds. Boarding groups are designed to harness our big brains to organize the chaos. However, the execution often leaves much to be desired. A common suggestion is to board from the back of the plane to the front. It seems logical, right? Fill the tube from the end, so nobody gets in anyone's way. In a perfect universe, this would be an ideal solution, but in our universe, where every good idea gets twisted, the back-to-front method turns out to be one of the worst designs we use daily. Picture it. Group 1 marches to the back, cruising along peacefully until passenger number 1 reaches their row, opens the overhead bin, and begins the ancient ritual of the slow bag stow. Suddenly, passenger number 2, who can literally see their seat, is stuck. Passenger number 3 is trapped behind them. The entire aisle freezes, and everyone waits. Seconds evaporate like smoke. Collected lovingly by the Grim Reaper, who seems to moonlight for the airline industry, the truth is most of the boarding time is consumed by bags, not walking. One slow stow turns the aisle into a traffic jam. Imagine if you wanted to waste everyone's time intentionally. You'd board from the front to the back in tiny little groups. This guarantees that the entire line walks into a wall of people already stowing bags. Maximum waiting, minimum movement, peak suffering. Hilariously, this is exactly how boarding begins on every major airline. Why? Because first class boards first, following the slowest possible method. Congratulations to everyone paying thousands for priority access to the worst system ever designed. You might wonder why airlines don't opt for faster boarding methods. The answer is that airlines aren't optimizing for speed, they're optimizing for first class perks, loyalty program hierarchies, priority groups, and revenue psychology. Boarding first feels like a luxury, so airlines sell it. Efficiency rarely triumphs over profit in this scenario. Here's the part that stings. If you let people board in whatever random order they arrive, no groups, no structure, no sorting, it's actually faster than the methods most airlines carefully design. Randomness naturally spreads passengers throughout the cabin, creating more simultaneous bag stows and fewer bottlenecks. Yes, doing nothing is faster than doing something. It's a perfect symbol of modern life. Another improvement people often propose is to board windows first, then middles, and finally aisles. The goal is to eliminate the awkward dance of "excuse me, I think that's my seat." While this method does reduce seat shuffling, mathematically, seat shuffling isn't the real enemy. Bag stowing remains the undisputed champion of delay. Therefore, this method is slightly faster than random boarding, but it's not a miracle cure. If we could rise above the messy real world and enter a mythical realm where people follow instructions perfectly, there exists a theoretically optimal boarding method. Passengers would stand in a precise order, every other row, alternating sides, with windows boarding first. This would create a perfectly spaced conveyor belt of bag, seat, bam, next. In this ideal world, boarding would resemble a choreographed dance. All pullaways, all parallels, smooth as silk. But in our reality, absolutely impossible. Passengers struggle with boarding groups 1 to 3 without losing their minds. Try telling people to stand in an exact mathematical formation, and half the plane would mutiny. However, there is a compromise, a shadow version of the perfect method that humans could realistically handle. Board one side of the plane first, skipping every other row, then board the opposite side, again skipping every other row. This method keeps families together, still gives airlines their precious boarding groups, dramatically increases parallel bag stowing, and cuts down aisle blockages. It works in the real, messy world of actual people. While it's not perfection, it's significantly better than what most airlines are doing right now. Remember how front to back is the slowest way to board a plane? Now think about how we get off the plane. The door opens and everyone leaps up instantly into chaos. Then, we deplane front to back, row by row, the slowest method nature has ever invented. We don't just suffer inefficiency, we voluntarily recreate it. Humans truly are remarkable creatures.